Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog, and today on the channel I wanted to just discuss with you guys a couple of things about hydration. Now, hydration is extremely important for cycling, for all phases of cycling, whether it's just recreational cycling or for performance-based cycling. You need to be properly hydrated before and during your rides, as well as after your rides. So just a couple of things I want to cover on hydration. Now, the first thing that I want to cover is, basically hydration in general, coming into your ride. And obviously, the more water, I'm a big proponent of drinking water. Myself, personally, I have tried kicking the soda habit in the past, and you know what? I just can't seem to do it, but I haven't been able to cut back significantly on how much soft drink that I drink. And I actually nowadays pretty much have one a day, and I have that with my lunch. And that actually, and I usually now have switched back over to regular soda, basically non-diet. I was drinking diet for a while, but you know what? The sugars that are in regular soda is actually, from a performance-based cycling standpoint, the sugar in there is actually a good thing because it helps you hit your workouts harder, in my opinion. So I actually like to have one soda a day with my lunch. It's just, I like the taste of it. I think it helps me come into my workouts, be a little stronger coming into and getting through my workouts. And I just like to have one soda a day. But beyond that, I pretty much drink exclusively water now. I've gotten away from milk. I've gotten away from a lot of other things, and I'm pretty much drinking water, except for one soda a day. And the goal that you're after in your hydration in general is you want to have clear urine. Okay, I know that's the best way to tell if you're properly hydrated. Is your urine clear? If your urine is clear, then you are properly hydrated. Okay. If your urine is not clear, you need to drink more. Rather, it's, and I mean, I wouldn't go out and drink beer, or something, but I mean, you want to drink, I would obviously recommend water, but, if it's tea or some kind of lemonade, juice, whatever, but you have to drink more if you're not, urinating clear. It's as simple as that. And so I'm basically, I try to focus now on getting myself to a position where I'm urinating clear and I know that I'm properly hydrated. And you should also have to go pretty regularly. You should aim to have to go to the bathroom number one, anywhere from 10 to 15 times a day, and that's being properly hydrated. Okay. So that's the first thing I wanted to cover, was just basically a baseline. How to tell if you're properly hydrated, and the basic concept of you want to come into your ride properly hydrated, okay? Because the more water that you have, the more water. Put it this way: water equals blood, and in a lot of ways, blood equals performance on the bike. So just think of it in terms of that. So that's the first thing I wanted to cover. Now, secondly, I wanted to cover how often should you drink, or how much should you drink during the ride. And my general rule of thumb is, one, 20-ounce, bottle of liquid per hour on the bike. Unless you're riding in, like, frigid cold weather, unless you're riding in the wintertime where it's a lot colder, you could probably get away with less. And conversely, if you're riding in the 95-degree summer heat, you might have to have 2 bottles per hour, or a bottle and a half per hour. But in general, normal riding conditions, I would say about a bottle an hour is what you want to go through. That's a good rule of thumb for your liquids. Now, as far as what you should drink on the bike, it depends what I'm doing. If I'm doing a slower endurance pace ride, I might do all water. If I'm in a race, I'll usually do a mix. In a race, I'll usually do a mix. I usually have one water bottle with water, one bottle with a Gatorade or something with some, with some sugar in it, with some electrolytes. That's for racing. Or on hard training, if I'm going out on a hard training ride, same thing. I'll do a mix, one water, one Gatorade or something. I wouldn't recommend going all Gatorade or all some kind of an electrolyte or sugar drink. I find myself personally going too much of that sugary drink, especially right off the get go, just kind of messes with my stomach a little bit. I like to lead off with water. I think leading off with water is important. When I'm getting into my ride, the first half hour to 45 minutes, I'll start off with my water, okay, and then I'll let myself start building up a sweat and start sweating out some electrolytes before I try to put them back in. And I just find that it helps keep my it just helps me from not feeling bad on the bike is the best way I can explain it. I find if I start off with water and then mix in the electrolytes a little bit later on in the ride after I started sweating already, I just find that works better for me. So you'll have to play with that yourself. I mean, everybody's different. That's just kind of what works for me. But in general, like I said, you want to basically be urinating clear. That means that's the way to tell that you're properly hydrated. If you're not, you need to drink more. It's as simple as that. On the bike, I aim for a bottle an hour, unless it's super cold, or unless it's colder, then I will get away with less. Conversely, if it's super hot, 90 plus degrees, really humid, maybe 1.5 to 2 an hour. And pretty much I like I said, do a mix. If I'm racing or riding hard, lead off with water, and of course, I do like to drink, like I said, lead off with water, and I like to do pretty much just water if I'm doing more of an endurance pace ride. So just a couple of basic philosophies on hydration. It's a complex topic. It's something you have to experiment with, guys. For any racers out there, if you're going to be racing, I recommend, trying to sort out what your body likes and doesn't like on the bike and training. Go out there and do, I wouldn't recommend racing on all water. I think you need those electrolytes coming in and those sugars coming in. My opinion. Who knows? Maybe you can do it with water. I can't. But the bottom line is I would recommend experimenting with what you're going to do in a race and training. And that goes with your eating. But I'm going to make another video about eating on the bike here shortly. But this is just about hydration. But I would recommend experimenting with your hydration in training before you race. You want to have all that stuff ironed out before race day, what you're going to do. So yeah, I mean, hydration is very important. It's, honestly, hydration can be equally as important as your training, honestly. If you're not properly hydrated, you can't train. At least not train effectively. So it's as simple as that. So I just wanted to make this quick video for you guys, talking to you a little bit about hydration. If you have any questions, leave me some questions down below. I'll try to answer those if I can. Also, if you have other strategies or other ideas on hydration, leave your comments down below. Other people can read those and hopefully get the information. Maybe we can get a little discussion going back and forth about hydration. Super important topic. As always, guys, I appreciate you tuning into the channel, and I look forward to seeing you guys right back here in the next video.